truly get to the late game because of how well they play the early game. So for BTR, it's about forcing the early game. We saw that EVO's Legends were able to do that against RRQ, but were unable to finish. The Terminators, they're known for one thing, getting in quick and getting the job done fast.
And with that, it requires a really good drafting phase here by Coach Aldo as we enter the drafting phase, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 1. Bigatron on the blue side, RQ on the red. Claude and Baxia going to be taken away from Fursic and Skylar respectively, and the Joy and the Fanny as well. So that flex potential, that respect over to Super Ken as well as Sorizo.
Well, looking at the phases here, look at the bans here, the first phase, all respect, right? I mean, if we're talking about, you mentioned the Claude, Baksha, again, yeah, it's just all respect. So, Bigatron here, seeing the heroes that has been banned, what will they prio? Again, Valentina, though, or Moreno, is still open.
It's the EVO's template. Claude, Baksha, Kadita. 3 games, 3 same bans from EVO's Legends yesterday in the Classic Derby up against RRQ. So they're trying to replicate what EVO's did, but maybe they think we can do it better. We're more disciplined. We can end the game before RRQ has a chance to take us to late game. So for RRQ, it's also exactly the same. Very similar to how they went up against EVO's Legends. It was Joy, Ling, and Fanny yesterday, but now it's Joy, Ling, Joy, Fanny, and Angela. So Ling will be up for grabs. And like you mentioned, I think Valentina is a bit too expensive to let go. Especially having a player like Moreno, you might want to take it first here.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it, and we've seen what he's able to do on it. That flexibility, that decision-making that he makes in different situations. But they actually go for the Paquito instead. Still flex. And the one thing that I noticed from the first phase bans is they're denying those heroes that give early game rotation and pressure, right? Baxia, Fanny's taken away, even the Kadita for that early game pickoff after level 4. So now with the Paquito, who can steamroll, RQ, how are they going to respond? Eve is still open, Valentina as well.
Yeah, let's see here. Looking at the options from side of RQ, a lot of options here. But Bigatron throwing a curveball. I love it. I love it. I think they really thought that they will pick up the Valentina, and there you go, RQ. Again, saying no to the Valentina, picking up the Eve instead, and of course, they will secure and prioritize the hero for Skylar.
Remember, the keys to victory for RRQ, prioritizing a hero for Skylar in the first pick. Not the first phase, first pick. You want to take it away, especially considering the Claude will always be banned out. But getting a prio pick for Sorizo is definitely value. Super Sorizo here with a comment. Our target is the M series, so we have to perform at our best. And that's why they've brought up the big guns, the Talking Terminator, on his signature pick, Valentina.
For sure, for sure. Moreno gets his Valentina, and that's great. A really good start here for Bigatron. And usually when we see Bigatron's drafts, we always see that last pick flex in for the EXP. So I don't expect that EXP lane pickup just yet. Still can be flexed, so they go for the gold lane insurance first. They go for the 1-1, realizing that RQ can always just ban out Super Saiyan's heroes. But how does RQ want to close? Are they going to prioritize Fredrin this time around? Give Fursic a hero that he's comfortable on. Seeing as Baxia and Paquito, they're gone.
I think looking at yesterday's games, I honestly feel like picking up a roamer here would be better instead of a jungler, and so they do exactly that. Because usually when we did see the Fredrin or even the Baksha, whatever, Fursic pick in the first phase, the Kufra and the Kaja gets banned out later. So the fact that they pick up the Kufra here solidifies that pick, and now you can guarantee that Naomi will have a good game. It's just Fredrin is most probably going to be banned out. Fursic, he's going to be on the receiving end of a lot of respect bans.
Looking at the situation right now as well, right? If we're talking about the second phase, what options are left? If we're talking about the EXP, Terizla, Masha comes to mind here. I feel like Bigatron has an opportunity to pick up the Masha. Knowing going up against the Eve, going up against the Beatrix, a very good hero is the Masha. We saw it in the last match as well. But it seems like RQ, they're trying to eliminate the lower position. Oh, it's not going to be Sorizo picking up the X-Borg. It's actually Bigatron respecting Banana and Daddy X-Borg.
Yeah, asking a question to Banana. What you going to pick up now? X-Borg, Paquito taken away from him. And what RQ is trying to do with the bans is take out heroes that can help with that strong mid, right? They want to be able to control the early game, which is such a Bigatron thing to do. And how do they do that? They eliminate the macro of Vin by taking away the Franco. So what are they left with? Kaja. I think Kaja is definitely an option that Vin can utilize.
Grok as well, no? I feel like Grok as well, and you know what I smell from side of Bigatron? Bigatron, they might pick up the Hellcurt pick here. It's tricky, it's very hard, but it's possible. Realizing, seeing that, yeah, even Beatrix very weak in the back lines, but let's see. Kaja will be banned out, so Grok is still up and available, and Uranus. What will happen in the second phase?
I think all those trying to, like, this is scary. Looking at the way they're drafting right now, what are they planning into that jungle? With the Uranus and Xborg ban, they basically said, you can pick whatever you want now. Fairsick, you can pick the Fredrin, you can pick your comfort, whatever it is, and it's most probably going to be that Fredrin. They need some more frontliners to provide support for the Beatrix and the Yve. Now for BTR, I'm more curious to see what they want to pick. Is it going to be the Alice and the Florin combination that we have seen before? Though risky here, they want to have to clump up, and in the real world manipulation, you can get punished hard. Remember that Alice does really well into this Beatrix, and as expected, Fredrin gets secured. Now it's all on BTR. Do they want to go for the risky Alice pick, or do they want to just go for, I don't know, see? I have a lot of heroes in my mind, but the Hellcurt stands out as well for me. Not in the good way, though, for BTR. In a bad way. Super Ken, notoriously 0% win rate on the... Wow. Grok and Lolita, is that what they're going for? Grok XP, Lolita Roam, jungle pack?
It looks like it. Are they going to lock it in? Glue?
Whoa.
What are they going for?
The glue would make sense. I think the glue was going to be good. But with the glue and the Grok, this is super flex up until the very end. You're not going to know where it's going to go until you actually see who swaps into it.
Okay, but it seems like it's going to be Glue EXP, Grok, Roam, right? Straightforward. Fredrin, here is the question. Is it EXP? Is it jungle? Last pick, looking at the situation right now.
What is Banana's options if he doesn't pick up the Fredrin in the EXP lane against a Glue in lane?
That's the brilliance of it. That's why they pick glue and Grok. It's limiting. It's denying away Banana's pick. Now it's the Benedetta. That's all I can think of right now. Uranus is banned out.
Khalid?
Phenomenal from BTR and Aldo. They're forced to go Ling and force the Fredrin into XP. Yeah. Wow, they forced that out of RRQ.
There's no other option for Banana to take, right? And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The chess match between Bigatron as well as RRQ. We certainly, flexing a little bit. Okay, Lekka, we get it. It's like their 1,000,000th trophy. But we gotta give them props, man. Congratulations to Bigatron Era, champion of WSL Season 7. And it looks like their male counterparts are looking to create a championship streak of themselves.
But then looking at the way that they've been performing, this Bigatron Era squad, even I have forgot how many wins they have now. The longest win streak in female MLBB history. I think in MLBB esports history. But Bigatron Alpha, they're setting their sights on the same thing. MLBB dominance now up against the Kings. They have a tough battle ahead of them.
And that's just it. Will they be able to make it out? I love the drafts coming in from Bigatron Alpha. RRQ have a lot more winning conditions to deal with. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land of Dawn. Will Bigatron Alpha finally prove to everyone that they are no longer the laboratory testing grounds for RRQ? It's going to start here from game number 1.
Looking at the emblems, here for both of these teams, everything seems normal until you take a look at Naomi. I didn't quite get a full glimpse of it, but because it was earlier on, but I have to check again. Yeah, he went for Inspire, 5% extra cooldown reduction for Naomi. There you go. You can see it right below the Tenacity, right next to the Tenacity that he went for. Meanwhile for BTR, very safe. 3 or 4 Tenacity. Super Vin though, he's looking for an invade, Gani.
See here, just missed that one, but now take a look at this. Super Vin now will be forced to use the Flicker early. But then again, Bigatron will comfortably take that lead though.
I think Bigatron understand Versik and Ling, right? The fact that the Ling can put pressure on each and every single lane, but not like that. And so they go for tenacity, a little bit more safe, a little bit more sustain in this early game, which is what Btr Alpha are banking to dominate. Ling still going to be able to get that purple buff, so Btr Alpha have yet to punish RQ's early game.
Oh, Super Ken, take a look at the damage early game already towards Skylar there. No commitments though, just yet. Still, no first blood on the board for the first 2 minutes.
That's what the Thrill gets you, man. It's the same build that Taz went for, same emblems, Thrill, Season Hunter, and the Killing Spree. And the Paquito in the jungle becomes just so lethal, and it's utilizes the flex perfectly here. Better mid-control for BTR.
Oh, Banana taking a lot of damage already, half HP. Appraisal's Wrath hasn't been charged yet here. There you go. Oh, on towards Super Ken now. Versik jumps in. That's a green light. Let's see. Tempest Blade will be popped as well. First blood falls to the young king. Let's see now. Retribution on point. First blood on towards RRQ. Take a look at the real world relation as well. Good collapse by the side of RRQ.
2-4-0 trade, RRQ going to be able to pick up that objective. So in that particular situation, it's RRQ winning it all out. Very different to the Talent's prediction here. One versus everybody. Radit overkill over at that Indonesian desk. But there it is. The comfort coming through for RRQ. Banana on the Fredrin. We saw what he was able to do on the Fredrin. Back at SPS, he's able to do the same thing. And all he needed to do was that. Chunk Super Ken really low. Give Versik enough time to finish it off. And then it's just history. RRQ, more control.
Man. We have to talk about that fight here. By the way, shout out Arashi, Talent Prediction
21?
King right now, 21. RQ has been doing him real good, even with the wins, because he has been predicting RQ solo, I think yesterday as well. Let's talk about how they won that fight, man. RRQ, Banana with a great Appraiser's Wrath, but also Super Ken walking in to that Appraiser's Wrath, absolutely getting demolished. Low HP, and that's just the sign for Versik to get in. And with that, now Versik is 300 gold ahead. Something you definitely do not want to see for Bigatron when you're up against an assassin like a Ling. Snowball Prower is in him to just go and control the game. He's already on the way to the corrosion site, and Super Saiyan needs to respect this. Versik getting even more gold down below.
But do you not think that this is what the outcome that we would expect? The fact that Super Ken, his power spike, it happens a little bit later on because it's still 4 minutes in the game?
It's the complete opposite. Super Ken should get that power spike a bit earlier. And that's why earlier on you saw that Turtle Control was full BTR until that Appraiser's Wrath hit. And it took Super Ken low. Banana was low. He got full HP back because of that Appraiser's Wrath. And Versik was already completely zoned. RQ were ready to concede that Turtle until that big play happened. And now it's BTR who have to wait, have to react to RQ's proactive movements.
Let's see here now, the second turtle. It seems like both teams will target that neutral objective. Naomi, the POTM yesterday with this Kufra. Let's see what Willie can do. Jumps on towards Vin. Hasn't really committed on towards a fight just yet though. But Turtle will be resetted as, Ling will focus on the purple and the Paquito will focus on the orange first.
Yeah, both junglers with different priorities right now, but of course their team keeping the seat hot here, opening up vision, trying to set up. You can see that Super Cerezo focusing on the clear first before he helps out in this potential team fight. But at this point, RQ still holding control.
High-stake game for both of these teams, and you can see that both these teams are holding their weapons out. They're trying to just get a read of each other. But Versik has a level lead over Super Ken. This is definitely going to help in the next neutral objective to come. And Bigatron are losing pressure by the minute. Super Ken going to be targeted here.
Oh, good catch by Naomi. I think like Super Ken gets taken out as well. And that is already GG. Let's see the snowball. Supervin pops the wall charge and flicker as a defensive maneuver. Now Cerezo jumps in as well. No clear damage and a follow-up just yet though. But Naomi will be mounted in the backside. But just in time to be in that turret. Super Cerezo will not claim that kill as now moving on towards Cerezo. He looks like GG. Another kill for Versik.
He gets punished. He gets punished. He tried to look for a trade, but in the end, it was all in favor for RRQ and the Kingdom. They are soaring. Super Cerezo off the board. RRQ with better handling and pressure on the map. And what does this mean? RRQ 2,000 gold lead. Can Bigatron try and force this fight in this objective?
I think they can force a fight. There's no purple buff on Versik, but man, Superken is so far behind. He's been caught 2 times. RRQ have read him out like a book. These robots, their programming has been infiltrated by the Kings, and slowly but surely they're pushing every single lane. They're taking every little advantage that they can get, all through that one domino effect that started with Banana getting a
boom, bang, bada bing. Let's get into the Land of Dawn once again here.
Whoa.
As already something brewing up here by RRQ. Are they looking for a pick? Naomi, there you go.
Oh, there you go. The catch and the coordination comes through. Supervin now will have to force to use the wild charge. No flicker in hand that time. So, yeah, the wild charge will do. That's already a wasted resource.
There you go, a little win as well there. Versik used the red train, but Supercan was able to take the lethal. Very small win because Versik is still ahead. And look at the turrets taken. RRQ were able to siege down bottom lane. Super Saiyan already forced to group up as early as the 7th minute. And Banana's here just opening it up.
Oh, careful here. Will be able to escape for now. But then again, both teams here playing it rather carefully, especially if we're talking about Bigatron Alpha.
For sure, for sure. Both of these teams, they want to stick to that win streak that they built for themselves so far at MPL ID Season 12. So you can definitely expect that they are playing towards that. I saw earlier on that Superken was able to get that Malefic Roar, so they have to respect that damage as he's on the way here down.
Oh, they're going to collapse here. Tempest Blade towards Super Saiyan. Good night!
Whoa.
Oh, he survives! Finding the shutdown as well. Naomi forced to use the flicker, and now Bigatron, they are the ones re-engaging. Oh, mounting Banana, isolating this guy. Will there be enough damage though? Question is not yet. Banana will be able to escape.
It's a shutdown. That was a good win, and it's on to Super Saiyan. And this will facilitate BTR's way back in the game. That 2.5k gold lead, wow, with 1 kill on the board, shows you how much impact Versik had with those 3 kills right before he died. And now Superken is the one who's looking for scraps on the map. He's objective-based, not the usual objectives that you would expect from a jungler, though.
Yeah, but he's looking for what he can, and he's catching up really quick as well, right? Already both at level 12 in terms of that jungle EXP. And finally, Super Moreno gets his hands on the Lightning Truncheon. The damage wasn't really there, even though there was a really good pick from Bigatron by Super Cerezo. So if that happens again, then it might become a different outcome with the damage already coming through as Naomi opens up the map. And there you go, look at that! Damage.
Oh, the poking damage is there, definitely now. So Rezo will zone out Banana. Is this the green light for Bigatron to really commit? Let's see, the knockup has gone through. Then again, no one pulled the trigger. Banana now quite low health HP. Lock charge on towards one. Naomi, real revelation, and Superken finds a lord. Supervin will be taken out though, as another member will be taken out as well. Now let's see, Versik jumping in towards the backside. Naomi very low. Superken caught, isolated, taken down. 3 members taken out by the side of Bigatron Alpha.
Oh, they're looking for more. Look at Banana going in very aggressively. Clay as well.
Oh, force him to use the flicker. The mid side falls, but Saiyan, what are you doing? Careful. Has not yet popped and triggered the crossbow of Tang. More map control here from RRQ.
A big mistake from Superken there. He was looking to ambush, but he missed his jabs, and RQ completely capitalized here. The way that they were able to take that, it's the understanding of how they can win these team fights. They know that the Lord was gone. Wait, there's a fight again.
Oh, Supervin too overextended. Gets punished.
And back again, this Lord advantage has only given RQ more gold than it did for BTR. Let's talk a little bit about that, right? RQ understood that they will not get the Lord, so that's why they put all their resources into the team fight, and it worked out. Skylar and Clay, their positioning was key, was instrumental to that team fight won by RRQ.
And that leads them to this 2,500 gold lead and more map pressure already. Skylar sieging that level 2 turret in that bottom side. A lot more control in the map as well. And it's pushing them even further in terms of the items as well.
Well, taking a look at the items here, Super Ken, despite being 0-3 and 0, he's only 700 gold behind. But it doesn't share you the whole story though, because for RRQ, this may be just a 2.5k gold lead, but it's a massive 2.5k gold lead because of the map pressure they have. They can continuously just punish and get more gold as they progress. The only reason it's not a 5,000 gold lead right now is because Btr Alpha were able to secure a neutral objective. And with this gold lead, you can see that the core items to win the team fight has already been built up. Mainly, look at Clay and Skylar. Ice Queen 1 and Glowing 1 just shredding through the frontliners of Btr Alpha. And obviously for Skylar, we need to take a look at how he's been able to build up that BOD into the Malefic Roar this quick, but also already into that Wind of Nature. Once he gets that, Btr Alpha will have 0 kill threats. Super Moreno will not be able to get that range down. And even if he does, I don't think it's going to be enough to take Skylar out.
And as you said it, Wind of Nature built up. So a lot more pressure taken off his shoulders there in these team fights. As we take a look at the players' gold, Versik, #1 on the charts, as well as Skylar. Super Ken is catching up, but he's not quite there yet. And it looks like it's very difficult for him to have that damage that we usually see the Paquito jungle do and have. And one of the main issues is that inability to close the gap with the Eve, the real-world manipulation, the slow, and that DOT and overtime damage, as well as that catch coming in from Naomi. It's not as easy as a front to back. He needs to look for a little bit more flanks in these team fights if he's trying to win.
Most definitely. And right now for BTR, if they are still trying to win in this game, it has to come through Super Socken, who's already building to that Malefic Roar. But I don't think it's going to be enough, really, to pressure RRQ. They're tanky boys, beefy boys, and those weakness points aren't going to give itself out.
Oh Lord, Munches very, very fast. Versik claims the Lord here. Enhance 1. Oh, take a look at the mount here. Naomi mounted. The damage is definitely there. Forcing him to use the flicker. He survives though, but on the other side, then misses that wall charge. Take a look at Zorizo now. Taking the heat, taking him down as well. What a revenge by Naomi.
Beautiful plays by RRQ. Clinical game by them. Look at how they're able to pace it slow, really slow. They're playing Bigatron Alpha's game, Bigatron's slow tempo game that we know from Snapdragon Pro Series. We're seeing it from RRQ. They're replicating what BTR are doing. They're copying and they're doing it better. My goodness, Bigatron Alpha, they're in a bit of trouble now because their main strength has been read out by RRQ, and RRQ are marching down on the base.
For sure. And it looks like history may repeat itself here for game #1 as Naomi already charging on to Super Ken and gets him!
Oh, good night, Super Ken. RRQ, not a miss in this game just yet. They're 1-10, and take a look at the tier 2s. Oh, Real World Collision now popped as well. But the base turret here. Will it the damage from Beatrix. So precise. Another kill, and add to that, another base turret taken down.
Skylar, and look at Banana going straight in for the base. Versik on the top side, claiming control of the turret. And it looks like that this might be the beginning of the end of Bigatron's win streak.
It was 2,500 gold lead 2 minutes ago, and now it's 7, it's 10. Take a look at the base, Versik munching it. It's Clay. They do not play. They just want to slay, and they take game 1.
They take a game 1. The Kings of Kings proving nearly all the casters wrong here on the caster desk. Just steamrolling over Bigatron, outplaying them at their own game.
What the heck?